Good morning, class 11 bio children. Today I will discuss about the circulatory system found in cockroach. So as we have circulation of blood from the heart, it will go to the arteries. From the arteries it will go to the vein through the capillary, and from the vein again it will come to the heart, and after oxygenation of this deoxygenated blood, it will again flow through the aorta and then arteries. So this is the circulation of our body. In case of cockroach, they do not have blood vessel, first thing. So heart they have, and from the heart through the diaphragm it will come to the hemocoel, or that is the perivisceral cavity, or sinus. So they have open circulatory system. As we have closed circulatory system, they have open circulatory system, and along with the open circulatory system, all the organs are freely present in that hemocoel, and all the organs, when bathed over the blood, then they do not have any circulatory passage for the different types of organ. From the hemocoel or perivisceral sinus, they can diffuse material from it to the organ, and from the organ there is no need of vein, again they will come to the hemocoel. Understood? And as we have lungs for that oxygenation, they also have tracheae or bronchioles, tracheoles, through which it is also pipe shaped area, pipe shaped channels are there. It is open through the spiracle to the each side of their abdomen. Then from there they can take oxygen also, supply to each and every tissue, and again it will return in the form of CO2, and through that spiracle again it will go out. So in this way there is no need of blood vessel, but they have heart, and heart will show, not as we have only 4 chambered, they have heart in 13 chambered, or you can say heart is divided into 13 chambered. So children, these are the pulsating heart as in the figure. Then this is the structure of one heart, one part of the heart. This is the anterior aorta. So this one will be the anterior aorta, and here red colored circle is shown here. These are known as the ostia. This is ostia, and from anterior part and pulsating heart, it is the front part or broader area. Now children, these are the 13 chambered heart, and this green color lining is the, see, this is dorsal diaphragm, this is ventral diaphragm, this is the muscle of the outer body part, and through which the base membrane, that is a green color line, and through which this alveolar muscles. Alveolar muscles are arised from the membrane to support the part of the heart with the dorsal diaphragm. So in this way, all the parts of the heart, they are arranged or attached with the help of alveolar muscles. And so each chamber of the heart will contain anterior aorta, and posterior part is pulsating heart. and they have a pair of ostia on both the sides. So ostia is a hole through which blood enters into the heart, and again if they have to leave it, then again it will go to the hemocoel. So that's why they have ostia. So this is Alady muscle by which remains attached with the dorsal diaphragm, and this is known as the ventral diaphragm. These are known as perineural sinus. As children, perineural sinus. So neural word is used for the nervous system. That means it is connected or directly connected with the nervous system. So this is known as the perineural and placed in the perineural sinus. So this area is filled with the fluid, that is perineural sinus, and this is the pericardial sinus because there is heart. So anterior part or anterior aorta is also known as head sinus. Head sinus, that means this anterior aorta will go to the head from each and every one. So flow of direction of the blood is towards posterior to anterior, not anterior to posterior, from posterior to anterior. It will go to the head sinus, and then head sinus or the part of the head sinus is divided into sternal sinus and perivisceral sinus. So this is known as the perivisceral sinus and sternal sinus, as the name suggests, which goes to the each and every sternum or tergum. So head sinus will divided into the each abdominal, sternal sinus and perivisceral sinus, and this from this perivisceral sinus it goes through the ventral diaphragm. It will go to the hemocoel. From the hemocoel again through the ostia it will go to the pericardial sinus. So in this way the circulation will be over from the head region up to the last part of the body. So yet they have hemocoel, so they do not have closed circular system, they have open circular system, and their plasma is quite bluish in color, but you can't understand that bluish color. You will say that it is more or less transparent. So plasma is, you are thinking that it is colorless, but in their plasma there is hemocyanin. Even this hemocyanin is present in most of the insects. That's why when we will push all their bodies, just suppose insects we can found in brinjal also, in the pea pod also. So every time we can see the fluid is coming, that is the fluid present in their hemocoel, and this is having hemocyanin as we have hemoglobin. That's why their plasma is more or less colorless. Actually hemocyanin is light blue pink, in light blue particle is there. So the rate of circulation, yet they have 13 chambers of heart, but rate of circulation, because they start from it hemocoel and again it will go to the hemocoel, so rate of circulation will be very slow because of that diffusion and because of that entry through the ostia. The circulation is very slow in case of cockroach, and yet you can understand when the cockroaches are inverted, then they are simply throwing their legs, jointed legs, but they can't become straight or they can't change their body toward their dorsal side, and they can't run easily. Because of only their slow circulation, they are not getting too much energy. So children, first thing, they have no blood vessel, so they have no artery, no veins, and they have, instead of all these, they have open space where the blood is collected, and that is the sinus or open space, and from the channel or from that sinus it can enter through the dorsal diaphragm to the heart, and inside the heart it will go through the pair of ostia, and after that blood will flow from this direction, that means posterior to anterior, and from the last anterior one it will come to the head region. This is known as the head sinus. From that head sinus it will, or you can say head sinus can be joined with the upper and lower part, that means dorsal and ventral, both the sinuses. So it is sternal sinus and it is perivisceral sinus, and from the perivisceral sinus through the ventral diaphragm again it will go to the hemocoel, and from the hemocoel it will go to the pericardial sinus, that means towards the heart. So this is the proper circulation of the blood in the cockroach. So once they will reach to the open space, that's why circulation is known as the open circulatory system, and they do not have their blood vessel. Please remember it. And instead of that, as we have 4-chambered heart, they have 13-chambered heart. All are arranged towards the dorsal side of their body, and in between dorsal and ventral diaphragm, here it is, there is hemocoel, or it is also known as perivisceral sinus. So due to that visceral word, all the organs are freely present in their hemocoel, and as usual they are taking their material from that hemocoel and excreting out also material in that hemocoel. Then it goes to the, as I taught you in the digestive system, Malpighian tubule will collect the excretory material from that hemocoel and send it to the alimentary canal, that is hindgut. From the hindgut it will come to the rectum, and feces will come out as the excretory material and urine also. So this is the proper circulation of the cockroach, and please remember it. This is the one part of the heart, it is here shown. So flow of blood from posterior to anterior. Now children, okay, thank you, God bless you.